Okay, so just quickly before we get started, I just have to say this quickly, okay? And I've said this about a few movies in the last little while. I guess the proper saying is you can't judge a book by its cover, right? And the saying goes for this poster, okay? Most notably what comes to mind is Redwood Massacre. I probably, I don't know, I wasn't even going to watch that movie just because the poster was so fucking shitty, okay? But I watched the movie and I fucking loved it. And a lot of you have too. Same goes for this movie. I probably wasn't going to watch it. If it was busier as far as horror movie releases, I probably would have passed on this movie. Okay? Just simply because of the fucking poster. It looks terrible. But I'm telling you, if you love anthology movies like I do, just look past the poster and honestly, just get inside of it and you will fucking love this movie. Welcome to Happywax TV. Sorry for that long intro there. It's mind-boggling when I see some posters, and it's just like I think to myself, like, this poster is so stupid looking and so poorly designed. It's going to immediately turn people off of your movie. Like it's terrible. Get someone else to do your poster. God damn, because it's a good fucking movie. It's an anthology movie. And again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but you know how much I fucking love anthology flicks. And this one is fucking great. Now, the Wraparound Story, I'll read the synopsis because the synopsis is the Wraparound Story. So struggling comedian Brandon is determined to get through one final show. As the night progresses, he starts to relate to his subject matter and slowly wins over the crowd. His final bit was killer, but was anyone left to appreciate it? Okay, so that's the Wraparound Story. It's this Brandon guy dressed up as a clown. I guess he's supposed to be like a stand-up comedian. I don't know. The Wraparound Story aside, because I didn't think it was very good, to be honest with you. What I got from it was I think this guy is a serial killer or, you know, used to be a serial killer. Anyways, he's gone fucking Looney Tunes, and these stories are kind of relating to the things that he's imagining in his head. That's how I'm seeing it. But either way, the Wraparound Story for this flick was not very good, in my opinion. But don't let that turn you off, because damn near all the fucking 9 stories or short films in this flick are fucking killer. Now, this is one of those movies where they've handpicked short films from around the internet. They didn't give the directors money to make the short films. These movies have already been made, these short films, and they've picked them to go into this movie. But that's fine. That's fine, because a lot of them I hadn't seen. In fact, I think there was only 2 that I recognized, and the rest were all new to me, which is fantastic. But the one I did recognize is the very first movie called The Cleansing Hour. Now, I did a review on this movie, and I told you all to watch the short film. I think it's now on Shudder, actually, the actual full-length feature. But it's fucking amazing. So the short film is the very first short film in this movie, and it's fucking awesome. There's so many good short films in this anthology. It's crazy, and they're all bloody and gory and messed up and crazy, and it works. You know what I mean? And again, I you know, the Wraparound Story here is not the greatest, but it does coincide with, I guess, his, you know, stability, or his mental stability, as this guy gets more and more crazy, right? But anyways, I tuned in to watch the short films, and they were fucking killer. One of my favorite ones, actually, I had 2 in here that I just fucking love. Well, 3. The Cleansing Hour, obviously, which is fantastic. But there's one called Rest in Peace, and it was fucking awesome. It was about a guy who is with his wife, and he's preparing to die. The doctor told me he literally has like a day or 2 to live, so he's getting ready, you know, getting his suit out and all this sort of stuff, you know. And then he's on his deathbed, and then he passes away at his funeral, you know, and then he wakes up at his funeral, okay, in this room where he's by himself and just his wife, and then his wife starts giving him the fucking gears because all these people came to see him at the funeral and she doesn't want to be embarrassed. And then his mom comes in and she's pissed off because all these people from the small village they live in are all here to see his funeral. And it's like, no, you have to die. You have to be dead. So the remainder of the short film is the mother and the wife trying to kill him, and he just won't die. Like, he's actually just laying there. There's a little clip I'll put in here where the mom takes a fucking food blender to his stomach. Like, it's just, by the end of it, they're all fucking covered. Like, it's just, it's fucking gory and good, and it was awesome. There's a lot of that in here. There's a lot of gore in this movie, which is fantastic. And for the most part, it's all practical, which is even fucking better. The other one that I really liked it's called The Death, Dad and Son, and it's an animated one. And it's kind of like, the character Death as he goes around day to day, and then he comes home to his son, and his son watches a cartoon, but it's about angels. So he actually goes out and tries to save people, but in his act of trying to save him, he kills them, right? And then I don't want to tell you what the end result is, you know what I mean? But it is fucking, it's great too. So I love them all. There's not very often that I see an anthology film where I thought all the films were great. There was a couple in here that were a little silly or maybe didn't really fit, but I mean, for the most part, they're all fucking great. And the other good thing too is with this style of movie where they've handpicked these short films from around the internet, not actually, giving directors money to go out and make new ones. Like a lot of I watch a shit ton of short films, okay? And like I said, I've only seen the one, which was The Cleansing Hour. So it was nice because usually when I watch this style of anthology film, I've seen most of these short films already, so it's nothing surprising or new. But again, I only knew the one film, so it was great. So, and they're all fucking good. Like Father's Day is great. Drudge is fucking cool, even though it's super short and really doesn't give an ending, but it's fucking awesome. Entity is good. Bloodbath is fucking killer. So I don't know. I fucking like them all. It was awesome. There's one in here that has a robot Donald Trump, which was fucking funny as hell. I don't know, man. Anyways, listen, I'm highly recommending this film. Don't let the fucking poster fool you. Okay, just look past the poster, watch this film. I promise you will fucking love it. To give it a rating, probably going to give it a good strong 7.5. The Wraparound Story, not the best, but the short films, fucking killer. Definitely give it a watch, guys. It just came out. It's called Asylum, Twisted Horror, and Fantasy Tales. Let me know what you think. If you've seen it, if you haven't, go rent it, come back. Let me know what you think, guys. You're going to fucking love it. And until next time, stay scared.